Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is Jack with Bonfire Locks, bringing you guys now 6 more free picks in both the NBA and MLB. Get the MLB or NBA season wrapping up and getting a big push going into the MLB season. So again, we got those 6 picks in this video for you guys. Before I get into those, please make sure to subscribe, like, comment throughout the video. It helps me out a ton. It's completely free. It takes 2 seconds. All you have to do is hit the button. Again, I used to hear content creators say this all the time. Didn't really think it made a big deal, but now that I'm making these videos, it really does. It helps me out a lot, and it makes me happy. So if you enjoy these videos, even if you don't, comment. You're like, hey, those pictures are terrible. Let me know in the comments. Get your anger out. And if you like it, subscribe or hate subscribe. Either way, it helps me out a ton, and I appreciate it. Before we get into today's picks, we'll do a little recap of the VIP yesterday. So I know it says here, start off the week strong. Again, I've been away for the past weekend, so I haven't been able to put these videos out. But we start off yesterday again, back on a high note, easy. We're still up over the past 2 weeks since I've been pretty much putting these videos out, and we've been tracking it over on Player Profit, the best sports trading site in the world. It's a little 2-0. Showed off hot. Washington, Indiana under 236. That line didn't even come close. Like, it was not even close. I don't even think Washington scored 100 points. Fun fact, some of the stats we've been tracking in our Discord, one of the members on there has he's a great statistician, talks to us about the lines. And I noticed something going on in the NBA that it didn't really seem like a lot of the overs were hitting besides Wednesdays and kind of on the weekend. And he backed it up. And he was like, yeah, the unders are clearing. I was like, it pretty much seemed like early on the week, a lot of the unders were hitting, even on Sundays, and then they would kind of ramp up midweek on Wednesdays and then Friday nights. And I was right. He was like, yeah, the unders have been clearing on Monday and Tuesday. The overs go up high on Wednesdays and high on Fridays. And that's it. And it makes sense because the players are traveling. They're exhausted from the weekend. Okay, now they're ready. They got fresh legs on Wednesday. Sometimes there's back-to-backs too that account for this. And then on Fridays, they're trying to show off. They have these big games in front of, nationally televised. So they really want to put on a performance. So they hit that. So we use this strategy in taking that under, and it cleared it easily. This under did not hit Seattle, Utah. Seattle popped up, or Utah scored like 7 goals out of nowhere. So something you can do about that. But Boston, we got the over. We got plus money, plus 120 on this pick for Boston, New Jersey Devils over 5.5. It literally cleared in the second period, which was phenomenal. Makes a stress-free night. These 2 picks are actually first. So, going into the rest of the night, you're already up 2 units on VIP. You already got a winning night. So again, a lot of people are throwing out around these, massive parlays. They're doing all these crazy things. On VIP, we're just trudging along. We get those 2-1 nights, those 3-0 nights, and we just keep it positive, keep it moving. So right now we're offering, because I keep saying we're trying to build this Discord out, a great sports betting community. It's always great having a community, especially with different games, because obviously I don't cover everything. So we have guys in there who are like very smart with analytics, like I said. We also have people that post different first baskets that they like. Also, too, some other I've had people post soccer picks and just finding different games that maybe I don't see. And again, it's just fun. Post your picks, hang out, talk in the chat throughout the day. You might have a 9 to 5 that's pretty boring, and you're like, hey, I need an escape from that. Join the Discord, talk with the homies, and have a great time. Enjoy the games, get entertained, and win some money along the way. Now, let's get into today's picks. So, again, the NBA season is ending, or it's coming to a wrap. But like I said, Wednesday nights is when the overs hit. So, took into consideration that, and our first pick that we're going with is with our guy Danny Avita, and the pick that I took was his points. Now we can also look at his PRA. I was looking at that as well. So you see here his points in the last 10. He's hit this at about a 60% clip, and he's averaging his mean and his average pretty close together. It's a 2-point difference. They're both over the 25.5 point line, or that I actually got it at lower. Okay, so I always say I got to stay consistent with my line. So I got it at 24.5. So I'll just reduce that down. So again, that's even better. So you can see here, a lot of green, 60% clip, right over the median. We'd like to see these numbers closer together. Makes me feel better, but that is still pretty close to variance of like percentage point. This is what, again, I always talk about is when we zoom in on the last 5, we go back to what the great coaches in basketball with Tino and Cal say is you really can only really look at the last 5 games to really see how a team is playing and how players are playing, because it's the stretch of what they've been doing recently. And this is what we love to see. Again, last 4, he's hit it in every single game. In the one game he didn't hit, he missed it by half a point, which for us is great. I always talk about I don't want to see these players that put up 30 points and then put up 10. And then they'll have another game where they put up 27. And then the next game they put up 12. We want to stay consistent. Right here you can see, again, this average median is only off by 1.6, which we love. And when we average the median and the average, it's above the total line by about clearly 6 points. So that one we love. So again, first pick, we're going Danny Avita more than 24.5 points. Now the next player we're going into is we're staying with points, and we're going with Sexton. And we got this one. Pull this down to 19. We got Colin Sexton more than 19.5 points. You can see here, we like this a lot. Average, median, they're really right in the line here. But you can see here, again, last 10, 60% clip. But let's go zoom in on the last 50 or last 5. So he's played very well. He's hit this 4 out of 5. Again, median and average are right there, a little bit above the total. And the only game he didn't hit it, he was 1.5 points underneath this. So again, this is what we like to see. I think he'll play very well. And the Utah, they're not really playing much, but these guys are kind of playing for, I know we talk about the NFL, they're playing for contracts, not necessarily that they're coming up, but hey, how well are these guys doing at the end of the season? Are they still going to try, or are they going to start making massive trades? Again, nobody is safe in the NBA, so these guys need to put up performance, especially if you're on a really bad team like the Jazz. Say, hey, are you going to get shipped off somewhere? Are they going to try to keep you, try to build some players around you? Not that Colin Sexton is this main guy, but again, good role player, keep him on the team. So again, Colin Sexton over at 19.5. We're pairing that up with Danny Avita, more than 24.5. Now, the last NBA pick that we got is we are going with Isaiah Collier. How do you spell that? There we go. Staying in the same game. I'm going with Isaiah. And now we're switching over to PRA. There we go. You can see there, even on the points, it was really good. But we got him at 24. Pull that down. 24 PRA. Again, last 10 hitting at a 60% clip. Median and average are pretty much right there. Let's zoom in on the last 5. Again, hitting at an 80% clip. He only missed it once. These numbers, again, I like right there, right around the 26 mark, because that one poor game. But he's really been kind of living around this 26 mark, like you see here. Average, median, they're both right in there, which means that's very strong. And again, I think these players are really going to try to put on a performance with the end of the season coming. Trailblazers aren't that great either. Maybe try to get a win. And again, he's cleared this in his last 4. He's played very well down the stretch, getting a lot of assists, which we like to see, and especially too, his points. Are you staying in that high teen range and getting strong assists? Not as many rebounds, but that's fine. That's why we have the PRA. So again, the 3 NBA picks that we have for today: Denny Avita, more than 24.5 points. Colin Sexton, more than 19.5 points. And then Isaiah Collier, more than 24 PRA. Those are my favorite NBA picks for today, the player picks. And before I get into the MLB picks, let me just zoom this back. We have great partnerships with Dabble, Chalkboard, Player Profit, all the biggest names, Betr picks as well, Wanna Parlay. Chalkboard is now in more states, which is great. They're offering a double deposit bonus, and a free pick. I was trying to use it, going to use it the other day, which is great. They're now in Texas, California, Midwest, New England, Florida, Texas, California, some of the biggest states. You can see they're pretty much all in the South because they added this new social sports picks. So they have social sports picks, which is similar to what Rebet has and Dabble, which means like you can get like game lines on Chalkboard now, which is phenomenal. It's great. Having that as someone in Florida, it makes my life a lot easier. Dabble, again, always giving you guys that free $25. Make sure you guys sign up with code Bonfire when you do these. Again, they're always giving away great half-point player props that you can slide in on your daily slips to make sure you're getting even more bang for your entry. Again, shot's going to hit over half a point. Get all those points added, boost your rosters, make sure you're getting the best value. We're constantly talking about this in the Discord as well. We have guys that are constantly looking at different lines, as well as I'm always looking to try to find what the free picks are for the day, send those to you guys. So make sure you join not only the Discord, but sign up on Chalkboard and Dabble. The links are in the description below. Again, it helps me out a ton. You guys get the deposit bonus. I get the referral bonus. So it is a win-win for both of us. And Player Profit is just the best sports trading site on the internet, and we'll get into that later in the video. So now let's switch over to the MLB, which has been fun. We crushed it on opening day, and we've been doing well in the MLB since. We went 1-1 in our MLB picks yesterday. The player props did not do us so hot, but we bounced back. It was like the one day I finally took the Red Sox, and they didn't do well. But I'm staying with the Sox again today. Wrong game. Wrong league. Got to go with the MLB. So, where's Debbie? Okay. Some of the picks in the MLB that I've liked a lot. I've been taking a lot of total bases and hits, runs, RBIs, similar to almost like if you're new to betting in the MLB. Hits, runs, RBIs is similar to like a PRA, where it gives you a lot more room for kind of like where you want to go. So again, Debbie had a really bad start to the season. It's well noticed. He did not play well at the beginning, but he's been playing better now. He didn't hit this in his last two games. He only had 1 run and 1 RBI, but I think that is good. Again, baseball is very different than kind of, handicapping baseball is very different than how you handicap NBA, whereas sometimes you actually kind of want to see the players not doing as hot because it is a hot and cold sport. So sometimes, you ride the hot hand. Sometimes you want to see them bounce back. And this is where I'm taking Rafi. He was playing, again, really bad. If you look at his last 20, he had a really brutal start to the season. Didn't do anything at all. 0 for 19. And then he's really come on lately. He went 10 for 19 his last 19 at-bats in April. And now he's kind of like getting back into a groove. You can see here he had 4, 4, 11. And then he's gone under this in both back-to-back games. But I think this is a good spot for him to get back over, get a hit, a run, an RBI. So if he gets 2 hits, again, if you're new to MLB handicapping, it's similar to PRA. If he gets 2 hits, you can see here. This game he hits 2 hits, so it went over. This game he got hit, run, a couple RBIs. This game he popped off. So all he needs to do is get at least 2 combined hits, runs, and RBIs, and this clears his first. So I like that play a lot. So again, first MLB pick, Rafi Devers, more than 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Now we're staying with the Red Sox because they played terrible yesterday. And like I said, you kind of want to sometimes you want to ride the hot hand. Sometimes you want to play based off pitching matchup, which is a big one that people look at a lot. Also, too, if they came off a close streak or if they rested the other day. So this is the opposite. Ceddanne Rafaela He's been playing hot. He's one of like the younger players for the Sox. Came up in the farm system. Let me stop some of this so you can see the whole thing. Okay, perfect. That looks better. So you can see here, he's played great. He hit this in his last 4 games. He got, so perfect example, he got 2 runs 2 games ago. Last game, he had 2 hits and an RBI. So next one, again, Cedena, Rafaela, more than 1.5 RBI. Before I get into the last and my best play in the MLB, make sure you go over Player Profit. Use code Bonfire for 10% off any package. If you're not familiar with what Player Profit is, they're much newer. They're a sports trading site. So, and what's great, they're legal in all 50 states. So pretty much what they're trying to do is find the best sports bettors in the world, which is me, which is you, which is all the people that watch these videos, because you get the insights and you use them and the strategies that I provide to then go win your bets. That's what people in the Discord have been doing. You can see here. I don't know if I have the screenshot of it. But yeah, these are all the wins he got just on Player Profit alone. So come join that. And pretty much what you do is you get tests. I think the pick minimum went up to 20, but place the bets. You got to hit a 20% profit win without going under 15 max drawdown. Do this twice, you get onto the funded round. Now, in the funded round, once you place your minimum picks, you get to keep 70% of your profits. Again, the best part of this, you're betting with other people's money. Forgot to mention that. That is one of the biggest things. You're betting with other people's money. So you buy a package up front from either $30 up to $1,000, and you get a massive bankroll. So for just $30, like for example, say your unit size is $10 and you're placing a couple of bets a day, you could instead place that up front, and then you get $1,000 bankroll to play with. And as long as you don't go under 15%, you're betting. You get that money, and as long as you don't lose 10% in a day. So this is what I use. And once you get to the funded round, you keep 70% of the profit, which is crazy. Player Profit keeps the 30, and that's how they make their money, off the upfront costs and the 30% that they get from the funded. Now, they have these big investors. They want you to find the best players. They have all this money, so they're trying to test out who the best players are. So it's great. There's packages for everyone. If you're a smaller unit bettor and you just kind of want to test out, especially, perfect example, in the MLB, there's different strategies to use in the MLB. So say you want to test out different ones, right? So I have multiple accounts on Player Profit. So you get, 3 $30 accounts or something like that. And you can test out the different strategies, see which ones work, see which ones don't work. It helps to bankroll management. You pay the fee up front, and then you get the, $1,000, $5,000, $10,000. Again, if you're one of the higher rollers and you want to prove that you are the best and you want a bigger bankroll, get these. This is what I have. I have the $300,000 accounts. They're $9.99 each. And again, if you sign up using my code Bonfire, you get 10% off. So again, you're saving $100 here. If you get 3 of these, you're saving $300. It is a great product. It is a great value. And it is like, they have all the lines that you need. You can see the picks. We went 2-1 on my picks yesterday, and those were from Player Profit. Do I have I forgot to add the photos in there, but those are from Player Profit. I love using their site. It's the one I've been using for all my picks. So again, make sure you sign up on Player Profit. Use code Bonfire, 10%. Prove that you are one of the best bettors in the world. Again, they have unit sizes for anyone. If you're just a small unit size bettor, you're trying to manage your bankroll, get $1,000 bankroll. Or if you're one of the higher rollers, you like betting high money and you want $100,000 to play with, get the $1,000 account, get $100,000 roll. Then once you're funded, you're playing with $100,000, which is crazy. They'll give you a $100,000 funded account, and you get to keep 70% of the profits from your bets, which is a phenomenal offer. So highly recommend Player Profit. Again, the link is in the description below. Use code Bonfire. And the best part is you can use my code on any package. You can get several packages. You can get 1, you can get 3. If unfortunately, like I said, if you're using testing out different strategies, one of the packages doesn't work and you need to re-up and get a new one, you can always use my code Bonfire for 10% off any package now or in the future. So make sure you go do that. And when you do, join our Discord as well and let us know, because a ton of the guys are on there as well using the site, and they've loved it. So the last pick we're going with is with Castellanos. And we're switching over to, let's see, total bases. And we're going Nick Castellanos, more than 1.5 total bases. You can see here, he's been crushing this recently. He's had some poor games, but the 3 out of those last 5. Again, handicapping is different in baseball. It's not always last 4. I like 2. I like the juice on the 1.5. So make sure you lock these in. I'm doing this on Chalkboard today. Again, sign up promo code Bonfire. If you've made it all the way to this video, it means you've enjoyed it. You've been listening to me talk for the past 20 minutes. So it means you've gotten something out of this. So if you've gotten something out of this, please hit the like button. And if you're still here, please hit subscribe. It means a lot to me. And to recap, our NBA best bets are Danny Avdija, more than 24.5 points. Colin Sexton, more than 19.5 points. Isaiah Collier, more than 24 PRA. In the MLB, we're going Rafi Devers, more than 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Sedane Rafaelis, more than 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. And Nick Castellanos, more than 1.5 total bases. Again, I'm Jack with Bonfire Locks. I appreciate you guys listening, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Bye.